So my beautiful viewers, my two amazing power partner masterclass experts are here. But before we're going to ask them to introduce themselves, let me share the video. Oh, there you are. Here we go. Wow, my beautiful viewers, you are in for a treat because Paul and beautiful Sheila is going to blow our socks away. So they are part of the Slim Soul membership, and part of that is creating an amazing masterclass. They have individually have their own masterclasses. Well, Paul, you have done 2 masterclasses already, but now they had the opportunity to do a combination of 2 people together, and I didn't ask a lot of people to do this, just the special ones, and you were one of the special ones. So my beautiful Paul, please introduce yourself, and then when Paul is finished, my beautiful Sheila, then you can go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sanet, for allowing me to be here today. The privilege definitely is mine. I'm Paul Brent. I am the Chief Connection Officer for the Tanzanite Heroes group that Sanet has put together. And on top of that, I am a law of attraction expert. I am a connection expert. I am a energy captivator. And I'm thrilled to be here with Sheila. And we're going to work the world forward, a whole bunch of great stuff, including the can-do law of attraction.
Sheila?
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Sheila Tillich. I am an energy metaphysician, and I help people stand in their power. Oh, excuse me. I am also a galactic grandmother midwife channel. And what does that mean? It means I help you remember who you really are as a soul. And my teaching and my actual presence or energy comes through and helps you expand whoever you are. I love teaching, I love training, and I love helping people wake up. That's who I am.
Thank you, my beautiful Sheila and Paul. My beautiful viewers, all of their details is down below. They are also sharing their gift to you as well with the recording as well. So please connect with them. You never know if you don't do the connection. I have done today my 664 coffee chat in 4 years and 5 months, almost 6 months. And I cannot stress enough how incredible everyone is. So a quick question before everyone join us. So Sheila, you did your own masterclass. How was it to work with Paul on this amazing together? How do you say that word? Compilation. That's right.
Wonderful. Our collaboration was amazing, and we're right on the same mindset. You know, we're right in the same frequency, and he talks, I talk, and it's like we add to it, and it's magnificent. It's amazing. It's delicious.
Oh, wow.
Delicious.
I like that word, delicious. Yes.
Because when I ask God to pair my next two, that he paired the two of you together, and I said to God, oh, I cannot wait to talk to Paul and to Sheila and hear if they would love to do something like that. So Thank you, my beautiful Lord. And Paul, how did it felt for you?
Oh, it was totally like scratching my nails down a blackboard. Uh, that's being silly at the best. Sheila and I, we just meshed completely. Ever since we've met, the energy is there. We share so much similarity in our thinking. Her are things that I have learned so much from, and I'm just excited. I am so excited that other people are going to be able to share in how it just flows when we release and let it be.
Amazing, amazing. So, my beautiful viewers, we're going to pause, and then when the guests are here, we will start recording again. So, see you in a while. So, my beautiful viewers, we are ready to start. We are ready to continue. I am going to give it over to beautiful Sheila and Paul. They have introduced themselves already, and we are truly excited for not only you, hello Julie, to be able to be here, but also our amazing community. So, Paul and Sheila, take it away.
All right. All right. So what I like to do is to open this up with a great sacred frequency and a grounding frequency. All right. So we're going to be learning about healing alignment and 5D embodiment. What does that mean? So first of all, let's get into the sacredness. So go ahead and close your eyes and just get totally relaxed. Have your feet completely on the ground so that the energy can migrate up your feet and all the way through your body as you breathe in slowly and deeply, and you breathe out with a nice big sigh. Now, dear ones, visualize the energy coming up from Mother Gaia, up through your feet to your heart, and all the way up your chakras. And now, when the energy comes down, feel the power of your soul and your helpers and all that you need to integrate the next few minutes, the things you will be learning and embodying. Breathe it out as it comes through your crown, your third eye, your throat chakra. Now to your shoulders. Now to your higher heart, your thymus gland right above your heart. Just breathe in slowly and deeply and feel the sacredness of who you are, your sovereignty. And now we're in your heart chakra. Just stay there for a minute and allow this sacred energy to surround your heart, in front of you, in back of you, to the right side, to the left side. And now we're going to bring it down to your solar plexus. Is that sacred cord connecting within to your power of who you are as a sovereign soul. And now we bring the frequency down to your sacral area where you co-create who you are, especially standing in your power going forward, learning new tools. And now to your hips, down by your ground chakra, your root chakra, as you slowly bring the energy now down your legs. As this frequency vibrates down to your feet, now to your root chakra below your feet, And now to your Gaia chakra, way down, as your soul remembers who you are. And it supports you in every thought, every decision going forward, grounding you into the power of all of your lifetimes in the cave of creation, the consciousness crystalline grid that holds your wisdom. Very good. Now, dear ones, have you slowly open your eyes, bring your focus back to the screen as you are grounded into this sacred space. And so it is. So it is. Are we all back? All right. Right. So now we just did our shared intention of focusing in this sacred ground with our heart beating, activating a safe space for expansion, a safe place to bring in new ideas how to expand your frequency, your sovereignty. And this is going to be a safe space to go forward. All right. Why do you feel fearful? Have thoughts of scarcity? Having thoughts that you're not good enough? And stuck in your old identity? This is going to help you expand to understand the old ways that you were living and merge your life going forward, opening up your sovereign power that you hold within you. To have more clarity how to do that. Feel the compassion come from your heart as you breathe in and out every day. This is the way of awakening who you really are. Awakening all the things that you were uncomfortable with and realizing that you have another way of looking at things. A new way of loosening all the old ways of living. You're not broken. You're transitioning. You're transitioning into the soul that you were meant to be in your true purpose. What keeps people stuck? Go for it. Got to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
I love that part. Thank you very much for reminding me. Being in the moment when we get caught like that, I had a fear all of a sudden. Oh my gosh, I just stumbled. Did I really? Or was that a moment, an opportunity for me to now carry on? Because that's what blocks us when we have fear. Who am I? Where did I come from? How did I get here? Do I have anything valuable to share? Okay. The consciousness that we do have, are we afraid to be really who we are? We put on airs, we put on masks, we deal with other people. And yet sometimes we just pretend. It's easier. It's easier just to float and get along that way. Or is it? Because when we have this separation thinking, I'm not good enough. How can I be? I mean, I've heard from so many people over my lifetime that these things are, you can't do that. But sure you can. The loops that we got told we were bad or we're not worthy Who told us that? And who made them the judge of us? And then we replay those stories over and over again, hoping that we'll find some solution, but realizing in the grand scheme of things, those words that we continue to tell ourselves, that's the programming that's been put in place. And if we're going to change anything, we have to start with that. The connection between the words we use, how we surround ourselves with influence, be it the people that we talk with, the words from our social media, the books you choose to read, advertising, all of that is bombarding our senses. But it just rebuilds and replays those stories. What we're looking for is to bring us together and create a unity instead of separation. Everyone is allowed to be uniquely who you are. And that's the coolest part of all of this. We're not identical. We all have similar stories. Our experiences are slightly different. But in the grand scheme of things, we're all the same. Right now, all of the wonderful things you got to remember is that you're not the words and the stories that you keep telling yourselves. You want to make change? Change your words.
All right. Now, we're going to release and activate a new way of dealing with those blocks. How do you do that? You ground the body first. You go inside, always. Release the old density of unworthiness, not good enough, not deserving enough. Guilt. Let go of that guilt. For that will help you activate your heart's coherence. The forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Activate the heart's coherence. Invite remembrance of who you really are. You're not a bad person. You are a person living in the old programming of what you were taught. The old 3D dimension of how to live and how to do things a certain way. Invite living outside that box. Start to integrate a new state of being, a new state of awareness, understanding that words trigger old blockages and old ways of responding. You now have a way of looking at things with a new perspective. A new perspective to embody who we really are. To embody a healing that's not forced. It is allowed because you allow it. And you set the tone. You set the tone of your life, how you want to respond to old programming, old beliefs, old behaviors. Tap in to your sovereignty, who you really are as a divine being. Very good.
Learning how to take that and get what we want out of life ultimately comes to requesting what it is that you would like, using the right words. In my realm, thank you very much, Sheila, for bringing us together and grounding us and sharing with us the connection that we do have and aligning it as a stepping stone and building through to what do you want. I believe that you can do anything you put your mind to. We've all been taught that. I'm sure that you've heard it. What does that mean to me? That means that the law of attraction will bring to you whatever it is that you're after. So when we turn the energetic shift into words and the beliefs, the choices, and our daily reinforcements, what we tell ourselves, who we surround ourselves with, how do you even start your day? How did you end your day? If you're already dreading your tomorrow, tonight, then tomorrow's already started today. I mean, whoa, that gets pretty deep. So when we look at the can-do law of attraction, I encourage you to think about what you want in your life. And it's very specific because we use loose words right now. How many things do you want in life? I want lots. But in order for this to be successful, I have to pick one specific item to talk about, one desire that I really want to focus on. If I want to be happy and healthy, wealthy, and all those other things together, that's a whole bunch. But if I want to be healthy, let's start with that one. What do I need to do? I need to define that. Maybe I want more money. This is a great topic. Everybody's in this money realm right now. I really wish I had more money at the end of the month. I don't want more bills, but what I do want is to have more money. So changing my statements from I don't have enough money to saying I would like to have a little bit extra money at the end of the month can be helpful to me. Changing my words, finding the alignment. Instead of talking about what I don't want, talk about what I do want. That makes a huge impact. So we have to make sure that our focus is on one thing only, not multiple things. And then make sure that we are in line with that. All of everything that we do, our body, our choices, our words, even saying no, because typically we want to help everybody, we want to get involved, and that takes us off of our path. Are we truly searching for what we need? In that bigger scheme, our narratives, right? We were talking about that earlier. What do you tell yourself? I have a dream. I have a goal. My goal was to be here and talk about the law of attraction and how it's been a success for me. I'm evidence of the law of attraction in action. I get a message from my friend Sanet who says, would you be interested in being on this show? Would you be? And I get message from other people. Would you love to be a guest on this? These are things that I have dreamed of. These are things that I've asked for. And now they're coming forward. So I tell myself, I am capable. I believe I can do these things. So rewriting my own narrative, that's key. See, the words that we use create a feeling in us. And those feelings, they're either positive or negative. And that's the universe. It's either positive or negative. That's the yin and yang of everything. So when I have a negative thought, if I'm focused in negative, oh, I hate this, I dislike that, any of those types of words, don't, not, no. They're very limiting. They stop where we're headed. If I eliminate those few words from my vocabulary, I don't want to have more bills, but I do want more money at the end of the month. So simply focusing on the positive over the negative will make a huge impact. And that's the biggest thing, is changing the phrasing, the words that we use, and making sure that we have that declaration, speaking it with the new presence. It is okay to use old language, when we're not right on top of everything. We've got to adjust our game. People expect this magic shift. I took this course, boom, here it is. I know everything. It's going to be perfect now. Unfortunately, there's an ongoing, we have to reiterate, we have to practice it daily, getting up and saying your gratitudes and taking those, how many steps do you have to take in a day to be successful? If you set your goal, you have to complete with it. Mm-hmm. Now, I can say, I don't want to do this, but I'll catch myself. And as long as I catch myself and then reframe it, make my declaration, make my communication key, it is absolutely acceptable to have for a moment said, I don't want to do this. Wait, I do want to do this. And it totally shifts the energy right then and right there. So we started off with the idea that your clarity has to be on one focus. Make sure then that you're surrounding yourself, aligning yourself with that goal. Surround yourself with the words. If you have to make those sticky notes, put them up on your mirror that says, I'm so wonderful and I love where I'm headed. And it's not that I am the most fit person in the world, but I am on my journey to becoming more fit. When we put that statement so bold there, I used to do those, what do they call those? You put them in the mirror and you talk about it. And hey, I'm a healthy, fit, buff because that's the way I want to see myself. And I would do that pose, I'd strut it, and I'd be like, yeah, look at that. Oh. And then I'd step back and go, oh. And the truth would slap me in the face as everything went jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. No, Paul, you're not that hunky, rock, solid God that you thought you were. But you're taking steps. You changed your diet. You're drinking more water. You are actually walking. Good for you. And that's where that declaration and communication comes in, because it's important that I say it to me. It doesn't matter what somebody else says to you. Because you can listen, you can ask for opinions. Don't you do that? Don't we go out and ask for opinions? Sheila, you've asked opinions before. When we listen to other people's opinions and we hear it, ultimately we don't have to do what they said, right?
Exactly.
And so if we want to lay blame or point fingers, it's easy to digress and point that way. But the truth is there's always three fingers pointing back at you first. So you have to speak the truth to yourself. And that's the only way that things are going to change. Only way. And when you make that declaration that this is where I'm at and this is what I wanted, then you have to pay attention to the fact that you are actually walking the path that you wanted to be on. And so I expressed that earlier. I believe I am the law of attraction in action. You see me here because this is what I wanted to do. And I'm recognizing all these steps along the way because this is the value that we bring in recognizing that we are all equal and that our journey just sometimes needs a little piece of help. And as long as you're willing to see it and accept it as it is, your vision of help may be different than the vision of help that somebody is supplying. Mm-hmm. Remember to always look and say, thank you for your help. I appreciate you. And if what they've offered as assistance doesn't quite align, that's fine too. They were there to help, and that was the key. Align with the energy of helpers, and the helpers will come. And really, that's the way I view the law of attraction. Change your words, change your energy. And if it doesn't give you the results you want, go back and do it again. You always have that opportunity. I like to say, remember when we were kids, if you ever wanted a cookie, I would go to my mom and say, Mom, can I have a cookie? And then she'd say, well, no, because you didn't do this. Okay. Next day or something like that, I'd come up with hey, Mom, I cleaned my room, and can I have a cookie? They're meeting the requirements of what was happening before it was even brought forward, putting good things into play. And that's what I like to think about. The law of attraction is always in action. So make it real. How do we do that? We put it right there. Right? Make the intention. And Sheila, you know all about this stuff.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do.
I laugh is because, I always say it's an inside job. And it's about being intimate with yourself, into me see. And sometimes we can't see ourselves doing what we're doing. And that's when we ask for suggestions or opinions or what do they think. The key is staying in what can I do to make a better outcome? What can I do to change my old thinking? And it's about going with inside and also using the help that's there, the power that you have inside, coming from your heart, the heart connection. As you connect with your heart, you start to vibrate a different way. You start to see things and understand things that you never did before. You get out of the way. And what you're doing is you're not keeping the focus on yourself. You're putting the focus on other people and listening to what they have to say. All right. And putting your listening ears on, because many people have never been heard or seen. And as you put the focus in your heart to really want to come from compassion and listen and really want to hear what they have to say, because they're just as valuable as you, you start to change into a different dimensional frequency of a higher consciousness, a higher knowing, a higher gratitude. And you are able to change and make integration happen. You then allow embodiment of what you really want by staying in the positive moment. Stop thinking of the old stinking thinking. All right? Don't judge yourself. Stay focused on forgiving yourself. Oh, that sounds stupid. Or if you said something stupid, say, oh, I'm really sorry. That was really stupid of me. I shouldn't have said that. But you're not saying I'm stupid. You're just saying, I'm sorry. I didn't realize how it came out. And I'd like to retract that. Say something different. The same with implementing going forward, putting the positive out, and act as if, or say, I am so grateful for the extra money I have in my bank account this month. Thank you. And then do something nice for somebody else. Take the focus off yourself and place it on other people. That will raise your frequency. That will help you be able to move forward and to actually live in the new 5D world of compassion, of love. That's actually, you observe things that you want to change in yourself first. And then that will allow you to be able to help other people and reinforce your shift. And you will get triggered over and over again with things that you're not doing right. You think you're not doing right. The thing is that it's old learned behaviors, old learned distorted energy that you learn to survive in this old 3D world. Now we can get out of that 3D box of doing it right and doing it what's right for you, coming from your heart center, changing into what you want to see.
That is so huge, right? Because we get telling ourselves those stories over and over and over again. And the key, what we've been sharing, is to align yourself with your message, your mission. What do you choose? Again, we often put a mask on. We want to fit in. We want to be accepted. We want love. What is love?
Mm-hmm.
Acceptance? Is it unconditional? Is there something that I have to do to get you to appreciate me? Or can you just be? And I think that that's so important, Sheila. You nailed that one right on. Is that we have to speak it in the aligned direction. That making sure even the words, at being able to correct them, going back on that. It shows that you're in the process of change. And that could be so empowering, again, to someone else who is observing that. They may already look at you like, wow, you're incredible. And then you do that. And you're like, I just stumbled my lips again. I fumbled my way through. Wow, he makes those mistakes too. Absolutely. I'm human, and I'm not even going to call them mistakes because nothing in my world is a mistake. And that's where we get caught up on words. They're all just lessons. Right? So, and that's where we can carry on. And we talk about so many different things. And Sheila has a great line on a connection, opening that energy flow. I bring forward the power of words. How do you start your day? In gratitude, you mentioned that, Sheila. I think that that's incredibly important. So when we feel it, and you put your hand on your heart, a connection between your mind and your heart, was it 19 inches? I think they say is that connection pathway that we have to have. If your heart is not in alignment with your mind, then you're just lying it again. It's like telling everybody that you're okay when they ask, "How are you today?" And you say, "Oh, I'm fine." Really? Oh, well, I've got a headache. I've got a backache. I realize you probably don't want to hear me say all these things. So we do hold back from even speaking the truth when we're having conversation. And that is important. Speak the truths. Often we just use lip service in general conversations. Mm-hmm. We don't talk about the depth. How was your day? How was your week? What's going on in your world? Oh, that's nice. Are we afraid to ask meaningful questions? If it touched my ears, it's my business. If it touched my eyes, it's my business. And what I heard from your heart said this: your smile tweaked a little bit on the corners. Your eyes dimmed just for a second. Your body speaks a language of its own. Yeah. And so when we get that alignment, as you were saying, your heart, your mind, and putting it together, empowering other people to live simply by the path you're taking. You are the example. And I see that so much, Sheila. Again, you are a fabulous leader in that realm. And the people that you have that have joined us today, Sanet's group, we are honored because this is what it's all about, to be brought together and pushed, not even pushed, but supported, to be who we are. As we're going through a masterclass, right? Figure out, where do we fit together? And I talk. Sheila brings energy. Share with me.
Wow. There's so many things it to be in alignment, and for me to communicate the love that I feel, to be able to live in my purpose, to live in my passion. And there's some other P words that I like to say, three different P words. And I'm going to say a little bit different this time, okay? Make yourself a priority. Priority. Perspective. And your purpose. What does that mean? Make yourself a priority to look at the way that you talk, the way you think, the way you interact every single day. Okay? Look at your perspective. Does that really work for me or not? Why am I doing that? Why am I saying that? And then think about your true purpose of being happy, of showing joy, of being there for other people. Because the world needs us, our love, our frequency. And then you actually do your purpose of why you're really here. All right. So let's kind of give this energetic flow. All right. Would anybody like to share what they're feeling or what this meant for you? Or we can actually go into the closing of this sacred space right now.
I think what we can do, if you don't mind, my beautiful Sheila and Paul, if you can unshare for a minute and you can share again, then we can quickly go in and share how we feel. So from my side, I just wanted to say, Sheila, your opening intention and grounding was tremendous. I'm still buzzing with the energy. I love the way that you synchronized your beautiful presentation, and then one section you, one section Paul. It was beautiful. I love that you can say from 3D survival to 5D consciousness. I love that. And I love when you said, Paul, you can change your words. For me, allowing myself to dream big and then make myself or embody that feeling of where I want to be, and then seeing how it comes to light is truly amazing. So I love this masterclass so far. Coach Eve, how are you feeling?
Thank you, Sanet. Wow, I am buzzing. The energy was very, very great. I tapped into my higher frequency. I loved it. And I made notes. Even the legendary coach Eve needs to make notes. I love the way, Sheila, you said that, and you point very, very meaningful things for me personally as well. Because what you said, it's really, touched my heart. Healing is not forced. Healing is allowed. That is so profound, because I could say shift, it's not forced. Shift is allowed. You need to allow yourself to change. You need to allow it. I love that. And Paul, when you said and you touched things on how to create your mind and how to think positively, how to create a positive mindset, that's again, it speaks to my heart, because Bob Proctor's teaching about the same aspect, the positive mindset, thinking into results, how you can create your thoughts by just simply imagining. And this is what we are creators. We are creators of our own thoughts. So I love that.
Thank you, Coach Eve. It's like Sheila said, it's an inside job.
Yes. I think Paul wants to say something.
Yes, Paul?
I did, and then it slipped away. Because it was about that mindset.
Yes.
Something else that I just want to bring forward. And Bob Proctor, fabulous. I love the great speakers. The idea of mindset is very, very powerful, but it's also a trap. When you get into a mindset You're in that box, and there is no changing it. Even if it is positive, that can still be a trap. So be aware that you are going to get pulled out of that. I like to go with mind flow. Your intention, set your goal, set your target, keep it in line. Because the water's going to move, the wind's going to push you, things are going to happen. Life is a flow. It's not a box of patterns. That would
Thank
be
you.
probably
Thank
one
you.
of the big share.
Yes,
Wow.
thank you.
And what I say also, it is an evolution of you moving through the 5D to your soul's purpose. It's an evolution. You need that box to see outside the box and to see where you need to evolve.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Thank you. So my beautiful Cindy, and then it will be Julie, and then Elisa.
Thanks, Sanet. Thanks, Paul and Sheila. This was fantastic. I think for me personally, these are just such great reminders, of how we need to really think about where we are, really paying attention to it. So I think I love what you did in terms of the beginning, grounding us. It's so huge, I think, first and foremost, right? Because when we're all up here and chaotic, and that's where all the confusion comes in. So I think when we can really ground ourselves, set that intention, then it creates that space for us then to see things a little bit more clearly. And so I just really appreciate everything that the two of you said in the nice flow of this presentation, because for me, again, it's all of those beautiful reminders of what do we need to do to get the clarity of where we are, right? So that we can see the patterns, because most of us are living in patterns, programmed patterns. And we need to see that, the awareness. I love that you're bringing up, you've got to see that, right? Once you see that, then you can break out of that. And as you said, Paul, we can get into then the flow. And of course, we're going to evolve every step of the way. Right. And I think the big thing too is having that permission and staying open and curious. I think that that's, having that curiosity. I love what you said, Paul, just a few moments ago, in terms of when we get ourselves locked in the box and that's set. It kind of closes down that curiosity. And I think when we give ourselves up to that childlike wonder, right? That is the divine, in my humble opinion. We get back into that childlike wonder. That's when everything just completely unfolds for us. And if we stay in that, keep ourselves aware and give ourselves permission to stay in that flow, it's where all the magic happens. And so I just, again, really appreciate everything that the two of you brought to the table today. Beautiful, beautiful presentation, great reminders. So I say thank you. And thanks, Sanet, for inviting me. I really appreciate this.
Thank you, Cindy. My beautiful Julie.
Thank you, Sanet. Hi, everyone. And thank you, Paul and Sheila, for this wonderful presentation. I've been hearing about the law of attraction, and so for many years, I used to go to the Hay House conferences and saw Abraham Hicks and speak, and so many other amazing thought leaders. And I remember back, I don't know if it was the 70s or 80s, but I was just a kid and I heard somebody say on the television to think positive. And that stuck in my mind ever since then. I thought, that's the ticket. That's a great idea. Because I had a hard time when I was a kid with various things. And I was like, I want to think positive. So I always tried to look forward, and writing things down, I think, is another thing too, like you're saying about taking notes. Coach Eve, I like to take a lot of notes. I am a writer by profession, but I've always been a note taker, and I've always liked to write out my goals and my dreams and my little dreams so I could interpret them, but also just, things that I want to do in life, or things that I want to be, or, and stating it as if it's already there. And I was giggling, like when Paul was talking about looking in the mirror, and it's like, I'm so buff, because I was doing that for years. Like, I'm thin, and it's just, some things take a long time to progress, So I guess the message is to be patient with yourself and keep thinking positive and make those little changes, and gradually you'll be able to make those big changes without getting discouraged, right? So thank you so much for your presentation. I really enjoyed it.
And I like that idea there too. We didn't get this big overnight. It was a process. We put it on over, so it's got to be the same process in a sense to take it off, right? Yeah.
Thank you, my beautiful Julie, and my beautiful Elisa.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Sheila and Paul. That was an amazing, amazing masterclass. It's funny, I'm on vacation right now, setting intentions and trying to really tap into my sacredness on what I want to create. And it was really moving to tap in and to really get grounded in this energy. Who do I want to be? What are my goals, my ambition, and what's my purpose? So that's what I've been meditating with the last few days, trying to create and become in alignment of who I want to be and what do I want to share of overcoming paralysis. I know that it's a very divine mission, and really looking forward to learning and experiencing all you amazing people in this community to elevate my consciousness and to allow me to fulfill my dreams and my spiritual calling. So I want to thank both of you. And what really stuck with me was when you said life is flow. And I feel that flow is where the magic is, and to really letting things go, surrendering, trusting, and receiving the divine unconditional love that we are, and really tapping into the heart space. So thank you both for allowing me to do that today, and many, many blessings.
So, thank you, Elisa. So they have created this amazing masterclass just for you. I'm so excited, but not only just for you, but for all of us, and then for all of you, my beautiful viewers. So my beautiful Paul and Sheila, you can continue and take us to the end. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to just jump on this because you're sharing back with me, team, and I am so grateful to be in this moment. What I hear, what I say. We have 2 ears, 1 mouth. We should listen twice as much as we talk. And that's taken me a long time to learn that. I have lots to say. But when I listen, certain words jump at me. Elisa, I'm so proud of you for what you're doing, because you're not trying. You used that 3 times in that little sentence. You are not trying. You are in the process of, and you are doing. Changing that word will advance. It moves you forward very quickly. Recognize you are in it. You're not trying. You're doing it. So I'm going to go back to our share.
All right, everybody. Okay, are you ready to actually close this beautiful sacred circle? So go ahead, you can bring your hands up, point them up, put them on your heart, and repeat after me. I am divine. I am divine. I am moving forward. I am moving forward. Setting the affirmations in my life. I have the power. I have the power. Staying focused on gratitude. Being thankful for your life at where you're at. And being joyful in where you're going in the future. As it is above, it is also below. And it is inside you. And so it is, dear one. So it is. Bring your hands down and come on back in this beautiful mind flow of the present moment. There we go.
I love that, Sheila. Incorporating it right then and there. Mm-hmm. That is a powerful thing to remember as we take it away. Practicing what we've learned. In the moment, you went from the mindset to the mind flow. And just like that, we've led by example once more. I'm grateful for all of you being here today. Thank you so much for your time and your patience and sharing. Sheila, thank you for working with me on my stumble and my blocks. Sanet, thank you very much for giving us this platform and this opportunity to be here. And I appreciate all the feedback from you that have joined us here in the studio for this program today. It helps us become better and share more. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart. I'm just honored to be able to be part of this community and to be able to share and be of service to you. For we are one. We do this together. We do this together.
Amazing. So my beautiful Paul and Sheila, please tell our beautiful guests what is their gifts.
Well, when you contact me at pauldbrent.com, that will come up here in a moment. You try and find us. I have alignment words upgrades for you, a list of all sorts of words that we can pick from and incorporate them into your daily lives. I also have an opportunity for you to have a chat with me. Please feel free to sign up. It's free, and I'm going to offer you an opportunity to learn more.
All right. And as our closing affirmation, that you are not broken, you are remembering, you are becoming, you are already more aligned than you know. And most important, you are a sacred divine soul on this earth to move forward, to enhance the world and help humanity in such a divine, divine way. And I'm honored. I'm honored. Also, we're going to have my email address there and also a website. If you need to contact me, you can do a clarity call to get deeper, more information, how I can help you or anybody else. Or let's collaborate together, everybody. Let's collaborate. Let's do this work together and share our gifts, because we're all beautiful gifts to the world. And we're miracles in construction. God's not done with us yet. Thank God.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
And also reach out to me there. Everything's on the page there now, at pauldbrent.com. And we are, I'm going to say we, because Sheila and I had this opportunity over the last few weeks to work together, fitting it in where we could amongst our own schedules, because this is something that we dearly believe in, and we are extremely grateful for this opportunity to reach out and connect with the world. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, my beautiful Sheila. I knew when I asked God who can be the next combination, and he gave me you, Paul, and you, Sheila, and I thought, ooh, I literally said, first of all, thank you, and I sent kisses to God, and then I went like this, ooh, what is going to come out of this? Oh, I'm so excited. So thank you so much for your amazing presentation. And I must say, Sheila, by opening your grounding with attention and by closing it, I love it. I just loved it. Thank you. So my beautiful guest, I already invited you, and I've got a new cell phone my husband bought me for my birthday. Oh, I'm telling you, there's a lot of futures on here that I need to go and figure out. But what I want to say, I already invited you to the messenger group. Please remember to do a video recording for your testimonial for beautiful Sheila and Paul. And this episode will only go out in, just giving me 1 second quickly. I'm going to tell you now. Oops, a daisy. Now I am okay. Sheila, yours will, and Paul, yours will go out on the 2nd of August, August the 2nd. So I'm looking forward to that. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I took some screenshots to remember this amazing encounter. And there's one thing that Paul mentioned, that if you can see your evidence, if you can gather your evidence, it was part of your can do, and you know what you have done for the O observation, receiving, and reinforcing. But if you can see the evidence and you notice it, then you will see this change that's happening. So I love our evidence that I will be showing that we were together. And then thank you, my beautiful viewers, for being here. We love your time that you spent with us. And please take care of yourself. And everyone, please just give them all a beautiful kiss. And here is to all of you, my beautiful viewers. Mwah! Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks.